Hello and welcome back to our Pokemon Elite Redux Elite playthrough. We're here today, ready to go ahead and check out our Psychic Terrain team once more. Today, I might actually decide to throw Espeon away. Not off the team, but in the sense of, I might let Espeon genuinely take a hit, just so we can try out Shell Smash, Cloth, and Reuniclus a little bit more, because I do think Espeon gets into a situation where it sweeps very easily. It's a very good Pokemon. It has so much power behind it with Expanding Force and that Psychic Terrain. But I want to try out the others, so we'll see. We'll see. Right now, though, see how things go. You may have also noticed that Elite Redux is something that I am uploading more so than the other games that I'm playing at the moment. There is two reasons for that. One, I'm trying to focus on having one game actually get finished, because I'm playing a lot of very long games at the moment, and Elite Redux is Pokemon Emerald, which is, you know, my beloved. I can't just ignore it. So there's that. And also, the other thing is, this game spoils me. It really spoils me. It gives me so many options to just change my team around, and I am becoming very addicted to it. Don't worry, I am in fact letting this Pokemon get KO'd right now because I want this Sandslash to Drill Run Cloth so we can get some shenanigans going. I actually think this could be a great, you know, Pokemon to do exactly what I was just saying on. And let Cloth go nuts in this terrain so we can go ahead and Swords Dance, get our Weakness Policy boost, and get our Shell Smash off, and then we just tear through. I want to see how it goes. We'll see. But yeah, I'm getting very addicted to Elite Redux's just freedom, really, of just being able to change Pokemon around so easily. Wow, we didn't even need Sturdy. That's kind of nuts. I didn't expect that, but okay. So I'm playing a lot of Pokemon Elite Redux when there are other games. I mean, Soul Stones, I like Soul Stones a lot. It is definitely a fun game. It is just, you know, it's a chore to record at times because it's such a wall of text sometimes. So I am putting that as a game that I'm going to be playing more likely once or twice a week. Elite Redux maybe 2 or 3 times a week, and Odyssey probably 2 times a week. That's kind of what I'm thinking at the moment, just so that's clarified for everyone. I don't want anyone to think that, you know, a game is being ignored or anything. I do care about every single game that I'm playing. I am aware that I uploaded Elite Redux most recently, and I'm playing it again though, so I felt like I would clarify that I have not forgotten about the other games. Just so everyone is cool. Probo Pass, are you about to study and ruin all of my shenanigans that I just worked through? That's tragic. That hurts my feelings. Please don't have Sturdy. No Sturdy. Okay, alright, we're fine. We're fine. I thought that was one of its innate abilities, but maybe it's one of its normal abilities. It was running a different one. Either way, I will take it. Cloth, continue your spree, my guy. Continue your spree. Typhlosion? See, this is a time when I would really like to have Stone Edge or something, just so I could see the big number. Also, do you have priority on fire moves when you're full HP? You do have priority on your fire moves, but if I'm understanding this terrain correctly, that doesn't matter. Yeah, you can't go for it. You can't go for it in Psychic Terrain. You can't use priority moves in Psychic Terrain. By Typhlosion, this is the exact thing that I wanted to show off with Cloth. I'm amazed this is working, to be honest, because this idea is very silly to run a Cloth as a Psychic Terrain user. But that right there did in fact prove it. Huh? Huh? Opportunist? Is that what happened? Does that ignore Psychic Terrain? Huh. Well, I'm gonna go to Kaiosea because water type, but I need to check that. My shenanigans, just as I was getting happy as well. It's kind of rude, but I assume Opportunity or whatever it is. Did it just straight up outspeed because of Violent Rush? Oh my god. Oh. Okay, that's a problem. I can't be too mad because, I mean, it's a Cloth, right? Yeah, I mean, it didn't gain any priority, so it was fine. I assume Opportunity would be stopped by the Psychic Terrain being up because it adds priority, and I imagine that's just like a number that gets added, so it stops all of their moves working, which is actually a very interesting idea. I do kind of want to see that interaction, because does it just mean that I can't get hit if I'm like in opportunity range. That would be interesting to see. But yeah, this is choice banded into play rough, 170 speed. It does outspeed us right now. Do I want to set anything up? We could technically scale shot this first turn. What else do you have in the back? You have an Excadrill. Excadrill might outspeed me. We could scale shot this first turn, get our speed boost with scale shot, outspeed the second turn, and then KO with Aqua Bash, and then we'll have more speed for the Excadrill after. I like that. Let's do that. That makes the most sense. Hopefully this player doesn't just outright KO us. Oh, it does baby damage because I forgot we have multi-scale. How could I forget such an important thing? We go for our scale shot. We get our speed boost, right? Yep, defense down, speed up. Good, and that means that we should now outspeed. We can now Aqua Bash, and hopefully we outspeed Excadrill. Excadrill could have Sand Rush, and it might be like super duper fast, but still, I feel like it was worth at least trying, right? I mean, it doesn't hinder us, really. We were going to get hit by that play rough regardless of whether we did this or not. We do get a defense drop, which might matter, to be fair. It might matter, but still. The sandstorm subsides. That's perfect timing. Wow. Okay. This battle is going swimmingly, actually. This is going kind of how I wanted it to, other than, you know, the fact that we got outsped on fourth. But still, Aqua Bash does have the flinch chance if this thing is sashed or anything, but it is not. It goes down very nice and easy. Okay. We got our Cloth check. Now again, if there is something that Espeon doesn't look like it's going to KO, I'm still just going to go ahead and throw it away because I want to see how Reuniclus does in the Psychic Terrain, if we can get Reuniclus going. I don't know if this fight is going to be a good matchup for it. Maybe I should check their teams beforehand. That'd be a good idea. That's getting Expanding Force for sure. I'm a little bit concerned that it's going to outspeed us. Definitely does not outspeed us. Okay, alright, that is in fact nowhere near our speed stat because we are Choice Scarfed. The Choice Scarf making all the difference, of course. It would outspeed us without that. What kind of team are you running? Omastar, Rhyperior, Crocodile, and Mightyena that looks like it has a Varoom on its back? Why does it has a Revavroom on its back? Why does it have, like, butt tassels? What's going on with its back over there? Why does it have two things sticking out of its butt? Is that normal for its sprite? I don't feel like that's normal for its sprite. Either way, though, we're Expanding Force because, yep, we click good move. Crazy, I know. But yeah, one other thing I wanted to talk about is I did also start playing the most recent Palworld update. I did go ahead and record a little bit of it. However, I don't think I'm going to be uploading anything from it. Not because it's a bad update. It's a good update. I'm actually going to go to Popcorn because I don't want Reuniclus to fight a Dark type. It's a very good update. It adds a lot of really good things. It's just that all of the things that it's added are small things. You know, like, there is fishing. Fishing is cool. I don't need to upload a full episode of Palworld showing off fishing, okay? It's Stardew Valley's fishing minigame. I feel like everyone would kind of understand. There's not too much there. There is new pals, but a lot of them are water types. They're fine. They're cool. I don't feel like there was anything stand out that makes me go, I need to show this off. There was nothing that made me think that. There's a lot of, like, little features that they've added, like there's now enemy bases around the map, which, again, really cool. However, much cooler for, like, your first time playing through the game. It makes it so that when you're playing through the game, it's probably, like, a steadier progression curve, because you can go and do those bases to get, there's treasure maps in them that give you, like, cool rewards and stuff like that. Very nice, but I'm max level, so it doesn't really go ahead and add too much for my game or my playthrough. Stamina is something that I did not consider. If we get, like, 2 back-to-back crits right here, though, we will be fine. We just need big crits right now. That's not a crit. Goodbye, Popcorn. It was nice knowing you, but you know what? It's fine. It's fine. You've done what you needed to do. We can just go ahead and bring, honestly, probably Espeon back out. I know I said that I would use our good old Reuniclus, but it is a physical Reuniclus, and this thing did just get like 5+ defenses, so it's probably not the time. So we will go to Espeon. They've added a trust level into Power World as well, so your Pokemon get, like, more stats the more they trust you, which is really cool, but again, it's something that happens, like, over the course of the playthrough. Did I say Pokemon? The pals. Yeah, the pals have a trust level. That's why Mightyena look different. Hello? I want this. I want this. I want this. I need this. This is what I want. I want this on my team. Alfred, the Mightyena, the guy that went to Ubers, that's so old at this point. Full HP, dark type priority, that's good. Dark type move boost, that's good. Can't be forced out and inverts intimidate effects. If I see a trainer with intimidate, that could be huge. And shadow tag. It's unfortunate that shadow tag doesn't work against ghosts, where it would be like really, really useful. But still, pretty good, pretty good. Rip and Tear 165 base power dark type move. That sounds a little bit spooky. I assume that already is calculating with stab. That is still a lot of damage. Obviously, we can't really do too much because I locked myself into Expanding Force. Now, what do I want to take a big fat dark type move? Lilligant could take a dark type move. What were you holding? Life Orb. Okay, so you're not Focus Sash. We could go to Lilligant to take the dark type move, potentially. Actually, if it was Sash, it wouldn't even matter for Lilligant in particular. Lilligant does not outspeed, though, so that would not be a smart play. Lilligant only outspeeds things when Chlorophyll is active, unfortunately. Reuniclus, you're probably not going to be KOing, right? Not with a Drain Punch. I don't think Reuniclus can come in and finish this. Wait, it can't go for a dark type move right now, right? Because it would be priority. So it can't be going for Rip and Tear? It has to be going for Shadow Fangs, right? Because the priority is stopped by the Psychic Terrain. This does not help me in my situation at all, but it's interesting. I think Espeon has to go down. I think that's what we have to do. Espeon has to go down, that's fine. We let Espeon go down. Yeah, it does have to go for Shadow Fangs. I like that. I like that. This is going to help me remember that Psychic Terrain actually has this additional effect, because I will forget it otherwise. Now, how do we want to go about this? Cloth. If you are doubled in speed, do you outspeed this thing? Yes. Yes, you do. You'll be 250 You'll be 250 speed, and that Arcanine outsped you with Violent Rush? It's kind of nuts. I think it's Cloth time. I do think it's Cloth time. It does have a Fighting type move, which will activate what we want with Draw Lock, which will do 80% of our health. Rip and Tear actually does more damage, which is a little bit concerning. It might not go for its Fighting type move, meaning we might not get the Shell Smash shenanigans going, which would be a shame. Regardless, I think I am going to Swords Dance, so that the reversal will KO the next turn after we get our speed boost. Draw Lock. Good. That activates our weakness policy, we get our Shell Smash going, and we get our weakness policy going. That's ideal. That gets us to +6 attack, and then we destroy everything with Cloth shenanigans. Nice. Oh yeah, also, one other thing I wanted to say, is Palworld did add the Terraria stuff. The Terraria stuff was the important part of the update. That I might record. I haven't done any of it yet because I've just been, like, getting to max level, catching the new pals, and getting, like, my trust rating up and fishing. I've been doing, like, a lot of the smaller side stuff. But the Terraria stuff, I might do one episode on. So there might be a Palworld video in the future of just the Terraria stuff, if people are interested. I do think that would be worth actually doing. But yeah, like I said, all of the little stuff, I'm not going to go over every single little thing that was added. Very good update. Added a lot of little things. The Terraria stuff, though, that I might actually do. I did forget to mention that because my Pokemon started actually getting KO'd in game, and then I started actually caring. But yeah. So yeah, that's something to look forward to. It does mean that there will be a fourth thing on the schedule, but that's fine. I do need to, like, get around to adding new things to the schedule. I do definitely feel like I am well and truly in my good old rut. I like my routine. I like recording these half-an-hour Pokemon videos and then being done for the day. But yeah, I did play a good bit of the Pokemon Spectrum demo. Because some of you may remember from a while ago, I did say that I would be going ahead and... Wow, I can't believe we got KO'd by a special Gigalith. That feels bad. I did say that I would be going ahead and trying to, like, do a video where I do, like, a full playthrough and condense it into one video. Halfway through playing that, not gonna lie, playing it, very fun. Not looking forward to editing it anymore. It sounded like a great idea in theory, but the closer I get to actually having to edit it, the more afraid I get, and the more I'm like, oh god, uh-oh. So, we'll see. 276 special attack? Excuse me? Oh? Sand Force, okay. Still, that's so high. I mean, I kind of want to go for 2 power-up punches. But I feel like that's really stupid. And the reason I feel like that's stupid is because I can KO this thing right now and keep myself at high HP for whatever comes in next, and I'm limited in Trick Room moves. Turns is the word I'm looking for. So I think we just Drain Punch, and we let the Gigalith go down, and we see what Reuniclus can do. Ideally, we would have, like, my ideal sight of this set is being able to get a power-up punch off there on the low HP Pokemon, because Espeon would have taken it a little bit lower than that, and then would be at +1 with 2 turns to go, and then things would look really good. Because now, for example, we do, like, no damage to this Golurk. Wow, we do no damage to that Golurk. Okay. A full HP halves damage from attacks. That's why we do no damage to that Golurk. I was going to say, with a power-up punch, I was hoping we'd be able to, like, KO them, but not the case. Regardless, we Ice Punch. We hope that we can live 1, and then we hope that our big old Psychic Hand can KO from there, I guess. Rage Fist. Probably gonna KO. Our special defense is good, our physical defense is not as good. Yeah, okay. Sadly, we don't get to see the Reuniclus shine. That is a shame. Now, the question is, do I go to Cloth and try and make some shenanigans happen after we get hit by the inevitable Earthquake? Do I think that Cloth can KO this thing? Let's see. Let's see. We have 1 turn of Trick Room left, I think, so we can Swords Dance this turn, and then the Trick Room will go away. Rage Fist, not Earthquake. Oh. Oh, that's not ideal. Oh, I wanted my weakness policy. Oh. Oh no. Is this thing choiced? No, it was punching, right? It was Punchy Boy? He had Punchy Boy gloves. It wasn't choiced. Did he just choose not to because both KO'd? That's kind of rude. Kind of rude. I don't love that. Well, at +4, I don't know if I'm KOing a Golurk with a neutral hit. I'm probably not. Hey, you have Seismic Fist? Why wouldn't you click Seismic Fist? 56% chance to OHKO on Earthquake. If it had gone for the ground type move, I'm just saying that my plan would have been great. However, now we're gambling with 50-50s, and listen, I've still been playing Uma Musume. I have not been winning 50-50s. Which means that all my luck went to Pokemon. No, my luck in Uma Musume, though. I don't, the karma. The luck in Uma Musume just went down. I felt it in my soul. No, I care so much more about the Uma Musume luck. No. Regardless, we should be able to Rock Blast through this with just 2 Rock Blasts, which is good. If I fail another 5% 2-person Rainbow Training, though, I'm going to scream. Okay, that Uma Musume game, listen, it's incredibly addictive. Very free-to-play friendly, which is good, because I refuse to spend money at the moment. At the moment. But I have played 36 hours in the past 4 days. So, you know what? I do feel like I generally try and stick to a rule of trying to... When it comes to spending money, I generally try to stick to, I am willing to spend £1 or every hour I put into the game. That's how I determine if it's a good game. So at the moment, I'd be willing to put in like £30 into the game and still call it like a buying price. I hate the fact that we only landed 2 Rock Blasts. That's tragic. Rock Blast is really letting me down at the moment. I have it there to break through focus sashes, but I feel like it's hindering me more than it's helping me so far. I feel like Rock Slide would just be doing better. So maybe I'll change that around. I might change that around. Either way, I'm going to go to Kaiaseed because I feel like Kaiaseed can KO this thing consistently. Was this thing Focus Sash? Just so I am aware. If this thing was Focus Sash, then I still think that Rock Blast was worth it. It was Focus Sash. Okay, so we just got unlucky. That was still the thing to have. What are your remaining Pokemon? You have a Steelix, you have a Talonflame. I feel like the attack boost will help me more than the speed boost, because I need the attack boost to get through a Steelix. So we're going to Skull Bash here so we can get our attack boost. Ow. Oh my lord. Okay. Well, we're going to get KO'd by a Talonflame. I think that's what's going to happen. We'll see if they decide to go to the Talonflame or the Steelix. I think the AI is probably smart enough to understand speed tiers, right? They're going to bring in the Talonflame. It'd be interesting if they didn't, but I think they're going to be smart enough to bring in the Talonflame, outspeed me or something, and KO me, right? Never mind. Mega Steelix on the backup dancer. That's not what they are. On the second in command. Why can't I think of what their name is for Team Magma? What is their second in command? Admin? Admin. Doesn't sound right. Why can't I remember? Why did I call them backup dancers? Like I said, Uma Musume is taking over my life. I do see one big problem. And that is the fact that there is a Talonflame last. And I have 2 grass types. Popcorn is immune to flying type moves, though. So I think we bring in Lilligant first. Because Popcorn's kind of what we need to deal with Talonflame. Popcorn's not going to hit Talonflame for much damage with any of its moves, though. There's the downside. We have to cross-chop here, and it's not going to do a whole lot. Can one of these crit? We have the Leaf Blade after as well, to be fair. So I think we're fine, but still. One of those critting would have been nice and satisfying, but it's fine. We have the Leaf Blade. Yeah, we do have a very scary last Pokemon to go up against. They have definitely saved the scariest for last. It really comes down to Popcorn. You have Drought. You have Violent Rush. Okay, well, I'd rather you use that onto Lilligant, to be honest. Yeah, Flock, Big Peck, Scale Wings. Blaze Kick, Take Flight, Whirling Strike. So it can only hit with Blaze Kick. That's all it can hit my Popcorn with, which is neutral. The problem is, I do not have good moves to hit the Talonflame with. I don't think Blaze Kick will OHKO us, so we will get the Unburden, meaning we will get 2 attacks of Peck probably into this Talonflame. I'm not super confident. Well, it's not the most unlikely, okay? Let's think about this. 176 speed, so once we get our Unburden boost, which we should get because it shouldn't KO us in one hit, right? 1% chance to 2-hit KO. That's not good. It does not take us to Unburden range. That could be scary. Interesting. Regardless, we Peck. That is our move to play. We don't really have any other options. New crit? Or we could crit. Or we could crit and high roll a lot. That works too. That was a low roll on that last one. One more crit. See, now we can lose if they crit. I think that's the only way we lose, is if they crit. 100% chance to 2-hit KO. They have to crit. Okay, we're good. We're good. Very scary. I did not like the fact that we did not get taken to unburden range there. That was bad. It was really bad. However, Popcorn did in fact clutch it out. That definitely could have been better. I definitely could have, you know, saved some stuff and played that a little bit differently, but still. Let's see how things go against the final fight. Surely this will be fine. Surely there's no way this will go badly. Amplifying its power with this machine, Mount Chimney's volcanic activity will instantly intensify. The energy will grow deep in the crater and erupt and destroy all the nearby villages. We'll murder hundreds of people. Yahahaha, I'm evil. Cool, that sounds great. Anyway. What team do you have? I assume a Sun team. Nagandel. Fun. Okay. I like seeing it, to be honest. Spider-less upper sticky web. Okay. Don't like that. Don't like that. 3 poison types. A Camerupt, of course, probably Mega, I would assume, because it's Maxi, although it could be a different Mega, because fan game, obviously. Hydreigon could be spooky. Hydreigon could be spooky. Still, I think we're fine right now to just go for Expanding Force. I don't think there's any reason to do anything else. If Ice Beam had been a 100% KO, I might have clicked it. Also, are you sashed? No, you're White Hub. Yeah, if Ice Beam had been a 100%, you know, chance to KO, I probably would have clicked it because I imagine Hydreigon's going to come in next. Hydreigon coming in next is going to be a bit spooky. But maybe Lilligant will outspeed it so we can get a swap into Lilligant. I don't think we want to worry too much about keeping Lilligant for anything. Yeah, Lilligant doesn't do too much against this team. I mean, Crobat destroys Lilligant, Venusaur destroys Lilligant, Camerupt kind of destroys Lilligant, Lycanroc doesn't destroy Lilligant, but also we have other things for Lycanroc. Even an Expanding Force, I think, would probably kill a Lycanroc. So, yeah, I think Expanding Force for now. I assume Hydreigon comes out, we go to Lilligant. I know, right? Planning. Crazy. You don't see this from me very often. Sometimes I just, I don't look at the opponent's team. This is an important battle, though, so we'll actually try and play ahead and think a little bit. Let's go, exactly as I said, to Lilligant. We should check your moves first, though, just in case you aren't running Dark-type moves for whatever reason. Life Orb, Beast Boost, Multi-Headed. How fast are you? 146. Is that 1 point higher than my Lilligant? Wait. Please tell me I'm wrong. Oh, it's 5 points higher. Oh, we're just, okay. Yeah, we're adamant still. I'm not running Chlorophyll anymore. I should be running a Jolly Nature. That is fully my fault. But that is a problem. That is a problem. That means we have to try a different strategy. Or I let Lilligant go so I can swap something else in more safely. Which I don't want to do. Obviously. Do I need Cloth for anything, or do we try and get Cloth going with its Shell Smash? How would you do against... You have Multi-Headed. Cloth cannot do anything. I think regardless, this is bad. I don't actually know what I should do here. I want Kaiosy, Camerupt, and maybe Lycanroc. Popcorn is very useful. Popcorn can do a lot to... Popcorn can do a lot to Lycanroc. Popcorn can do decently to... Well, I was going to say it can do decently to Crobat and Venusaur. Actually, it's weak to Poison. I don't know if Popcorn actually does too much. Maybe we let Popcorn go. To get a free swap into Lilligant. I feel like Popcorn... This is not his time. This time was just now. Popcorn had his time in the last fight. Let's see... Let's see how this goes. I'm going to swap in Popcorn. There is a chance... We should get our own Burden Boost. There is a chance that we just burn it and some stuff like that. There's a chance we just get some good damage off. That's fine too. That's fine too. This thing does have Beast Boost though, so sacrificing something isn't ideal. That's bad, actually. I don't know if I should have sacrificed something thinking about that. We do have Pin Missile. I forgot about that. Popcorn, it is not Popcorn's time to lose. Popcorn's actually just what we need. I forgot about Pin Missile. I did. I forgot it was on the moveset because I don't remember the last time I clicked it. I have not clicked that very much. I was just thinking that our best move was going to be Peck. And I mean, like, it's still boosted by one of our abilities in neutral, so I don't think it would have been, like, bad damage. But I did forget about Pin Missile. That is actually very useful when you're running a Psychic Terrain team and your team is very weak to Dark. It all comes together. It was clearly all planned, okay? You're gonna Accelerock me and murder me, right? Opportunity. Wait. Psychic Terrain? Withdrew Lycanroc to go to Crobat. Interesting. Because they couldn't attack me because it had Opportunist, right? So it couldn't use any of its attacking moves, therefore they were forced to switch, right? See, now that I know that's how that works, I wasn't 100% sure if that was how it was going to work, so I just clicked Bullet Seed safely. But now I know that's how that works, I can, like, predict that and actually use Popping Mayhem or something different. That's kind of fun. That's kind of fun. I like that that's how that works. That's very fun. We do actually outspeed this, which is nuts, but it's true. We do outspeed this. Meaning, I guess we just Popping Mayhem for big damage, right? Could potentially KO. It's a potential KO. We go for it. Obviously, if we swap this thing out now, then it loses its Unburden boost, and it just gets outsped by anything and dies. So we've got to commit to it, right? We get the burn, so regardless of whether, you know, we get a crit or we high roll, it will go down at the end of this turn, which is nice. It should go down to the burn. I said Predator, and I forgot immediately, but I think it should go down to the burn. Crunch, KOs, that's fine. Popcorn, you did great, again. You did great. The Sticky Web wore off? Huh? I could Trick Room Power-Up Punch, right? Right? Am I being dumb? Am I about to do something really dumb? It's probably dumb, right? It's probably dumb. We need some dumb. Let's go with dumb, okay? Listen, the first half of this fight, I was thinking strategically and playing properly. Let's make this really dumb now, and let's set up Trick Room and potentially screw over the rest of my team. But let's try and punch a Crobat. Yeah? Yeah. Yeah. Please KO. Guaranteed KO. Power-Up Punch. Look at this. You see this? This is what I wanted. This right here, attack boosted, physical Reuniclus in Psychic Terrain. Send out your worst. Lycanroc? Don't care. You know what I'm going to do to that thing? I'm going to punch it. Drain punch him. Gone. Don't care. Was this thing Sash? Not gone. Not gone, actually. Very alive and moderately hanging on. Crunch. We live, we're fine. See, it's all good, it's all good. And now I can Power-Up Punch again, you know? Right? Yeah. I should have done that the other way around, though. I should have Power-Up Punched, remembering the Sash, and then I could have gotten the attack boost, and then Drain Punched and gotten some actual recovery on this turn. We do lose our stuff. Camerupt comes out. Did the Trick Room just go off that turn? You can see, like, the terrain effects, right? No effect, no effect, field has no effect. We outspeed Camerupt? Surely we outspeed a Camerupt. 40 speed, 36 speed. We do in fact outspeed a Camerupt. It does have a Mega Stone though. Let's see if the Mega makes it faster. I think normally it makes it slower if I'm not wrong. However, it might live the Mind Break. We'll see. Alright, Camerupt. You're gonna Mega Evolve. You're probably gonna get thick. With maybe like 4 Cs. Mind Break, at +2, actually survived at 1 HP. It Eruptions, which should do like 2 damage, right? We have a special defense boost, and you're at 1 HP. And you know what I can do now? I can Power-Up Punch. Feed me more power. Would it have probably been more effective to Drain Punch and get 1 HP back? Because, to be honest, we're probably going to get KO'd by the next Pokemon. Maybe, but you know what? It was funny that this is working. This is kind of the idea that I had with the set, honestly. This is your chlorophyll, right? That's why you were saved till last. Venusaur right X. You can't do that. You can't. Right? Oh. 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 Guys, they can do that. They can double. Can I double Mega? I hope I can double Mega if they can double Mega. Oh. The good news is I'm not afraid because I have Espeon in the back who can just Expanding Force. So it's fine. Right? I'm not chlorophylled. Well, I should say he's not chlorophylled, so we should be completely fine. We also still have Clorf with Sturdy, and it doesn't have any way of getting rid of Sturdy, but I think we just Expanding Force, and it goes down nice and easy. Overall, though, Reuniclus did good. Reuniclus did very good. Popcorn, as always, did good, because Popcorn's the best Pokemon in this game, and I'm refusing to believe that anyone else is going to change my opinion on that. We'll see, though. Enough, I will back off this time, but don't think this is the last that you've seen of Team Magma. Even with the meteorite. Even without the meteorite, if we obtain that orb. Bonk, thank you. Bonk. That's me. Give me the meteorite. I don't know if I'll get anything for returning it, but I might go return it. We'll see. For right now, though, I think that is where we are going to wrap things up for today. That is Mount Chimney done, meaning next time we head towards our 4th gym and Flannery. I guess we have Jagged Pass first, but still, we're heading that way. Which is where things are going to get spooky, I imagine. Who knows? I've seen double Megas now, so who knows what is in the future. Probably 6 Megas and 6 Mega Legendaries or something stupid is probably what the end of the game is, and I'm more afraid now, I would say. So if you guys have enjoyed this episode, leave a like down below, hit the subscribe button, and without further ado, bye!